the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream, where we're gonna do some resource collecting. I know last time I said I was gonna work on the pumpkin patch. This time I might actually do something with the pumpkin patch, because I intend to go out to the mesa, get some red sandstone and all that good jazzercise. Because I need that orangey red coloration for the pumpkins themselves. So that's one thing I want to do today, is get that done and dusted, and then, I don't know, just some building here and there, getting that stuff all figured out, interior design kind of things. I don't know. We're just going to kind of get things worked on. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So if you will, please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright. Desktop. There we go. I'm being a little funky monkey over there. Alright. Yeah, this is very, very nice. I need to do resource collecting for the pumpkin patch. So I need I want to get terracotta and red sand. I think that's what I need right now for all of that. And of course, I don't think I have any of that. I don't have any of that, yeah. The only other issue that I realized, I don't actually have that many pumpkins, now that I think about it. I have, like, no pumpkins. And I need to turn all of these into pumpkin seeds anyways, because I need those. So, I need to head over to the mesa that we got. So if I look here, where we got? Desert Mesa. Okay, let's go to that. Let's just start off by digging up some red sands and getting that kind of stuff done and dusted. I like how when you get closer to some areas and like the way you move around, you can see through pieces and gaps. I really like the way that looks. Okay. Actually, you know what? I reckon I should probably grab some yellow wool, so that way I can start planning out a pathway to that location. Or we could go down the lodestone route. I don't know. Lodestone route, or should I do the carpet route? Because that's going to be a lot of carpets. I do have netherite. Hold, distraction. Immediate distraction. Can I push this forward a little bit? Thank you very much. Oh, I'm stuck in my chair. Alright, I need to see. So I have 2 bits of netherite. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna try the lodestone. I don't need it for the end portal, because it's very close by, and then the swamp is right behind it. What I do need, that would be easier to do in this. I do need those for my purposes, for my lodestone. There we go. Irreversible. The other thing I do, in fact, need, if I have one, do I even have? I don't. I can easily get one, though. Oh, not utilities. I need iron, and I saw that. Let's go ahead and make a compass. One thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to name the lodestone compasses to what they actually go to. So, like, this one needs to be named Prairie Home. Alright. And then we'll make the new one. I'm going to Shreep first, though. That way we can easily get back and forth between these locations without having to worry about it. It'll be much, much easier. Especially since the desert mesa area is much further away than anything else. I think maybe for portals that are very close by, I should do the carpet trick. No, I think I want to go lodestones because I don't actually like the carpet look that much. It's a good for temporary, but like kind of mid. So it is going to be negative 2,000. Yeah, it's in this direction. Negative 2,642. So we'll just fly in this direction. We'll go ahead and get the lodestone down. Sweet. We should be there in no time. Well, we're about halfway there already. Quite nice. Cool beans. So we'll just go through. Good thing I have all those shovels and pickaxes, because I'm really going to need them. Sadly, the red sandstone is going to be quite difficult to get. So that'll probably be the most challenging aspect of this. Gonna make it? No, not really. It's like just over here. It should be right in front of us. There she is. Very nice, very nice. First thing I want to do is name this thing. Oh, I think that looks a lot cooler. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine having a shulker box full of lodestone things, and you, like, plop it down in the nether, and you just get all of those. And I want to do them in the overworld as well. So for maybe, like, closer to areas, like the Cherry Grove that I found, Woodland Mansion, that kind of stuff. Could probably do with that. And it'll always be to the portals as well. Or if there is no portal. Actually, maybe not to the portals. Alright, I gotta go down here. I gotta start digging all this up. Ooh! Massive cave. That's actually like it's almost like it's a mouth. Look at that. It's like a whole smile here. That's pretty funky. Alright, I don't actually know how much I want to get. Let's put down the 4 shulker boxes just to start us off. I think, honestly, 4 shulker boxes of red sand should probably be enough. We can use our silk touch. So, like, both good news and bad news is, like, this is only one layer deep, so it might take a while. But that also means you don't have to worry about some other stuff. Alright, so, like, first of all, I want to make sure that all I'm getting in my inventory is these things. I just want red sand. I don't need any of the sticks. So we can leave them there. We can just let them despawn, as annoying as it is to see things on the ground. Or, maybe I should collect all these dead shrubs. Because dead bushes are actually quite good for building and decoration. Now that I think about it. Hold. There we go. Just trying to figure out why I couldn't get it to work. Hold. I am going to collect... I'm going to collect, the shrubberies. So let me pull out sheer willpower. Okay. I want these. These are very, very good to build with. They look amazing. Wonderful building blocks. You can use them for a slew of things. Just good decorations. It'd be good to have. Good to have this kind of stuff. We might need to repair sheer willpower at some point, though. We're quite low. Yeah, that also eliminates the sticks issue as well. Can't get sticks if there's nothing to drop the sticks. So we'll kind of do both at the same time, I guess. So we'll dig this. And then anytime there's shrubbery still on the layer we're digging, we can mine those out. And that's 2 birds with 1 stone, because eventually we'll want shrubs. You know, we'll want dead bush. Eventually. So it's good to start collecting it now. Like up here, we have these guys, so we can mine those. And I could do a little bit of this action. Maybe mine the ones that are a little bit close to the edge. Just so I don't accidentally break any of them. Don't really want sticks. Just want dead bush. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I just hold down left click, I'll be able to collect it all. Coolio Beanio. Very satisfying. At least I don't need to set up a beacon yet for digging. Oh, you know what? There's actually already orange terracotta in the layers. So I might just mine the orange terracotta and not have to worry. I don't have to worry about anything. Oh, you know what I need to mention before I forget about it is I will not be going live this Thursday night, because I have a Bible study fellowship event that I'm going to with my dad. So I will not be available or live that day for the Phasmophobia with the Sisters. So that's a little unfortunate, but that's okay, because next Thursday I'll be totally available, and most of us should be there for that. So that'll be fun. Also, more exciting news is the upcoming YouTube video is very close. I just edited together the introduction to the video, and that took me like an hour and a half to just edit the intro to the whole video. Which the intro is actually kind of a special intro, because it's not going to be standard for everything. If I knew how to do like the chapters with YouTube videos, I would be really tempted to put that same intro on every single video that's the series, and then you can just skip the intro. But it's not really one of those that you need it for, so I think we'll just leave it be. I don't know how the chapters work. I wish I did, because I think those would be really cool to play around with. So that was a perfectly good dead bush right there, okay? Didn't need to do that to him, okay? Man, didn't have to do it. So there's very exciting stuff. I still have to edit a lot of the individual clips to have those look nice and everything. But that shouldn't be super difficult. And then, of course, then I gotta put it all together, get the Discord side of things updated. And yeah, the video should be coming out. The thing is no, it does, video announcements does in fact do. Oh, I need to clear my inventory. Okay, the video announcements in the Discord. I forgot to unmute the desktop this whole time, my bad, G. Now you can listen to very quiet music. Did I already start filling one of these? I did not. We'll fill this one up. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one lower. This will be for dead shrubs and sticks for now. I know sticks will go in the wood area, but depending on how many I get, might not keep all of them. Might not be any need to. Okay, before I start collecting more, I should probably pick up everything I need to pick up. Don't want to lose any of this red sand. I actually quite like red sand and red sandstone. I think they look really nice and are really good blocks to build with. And they have a lot of potential with them. So that's kind of cool. Like, they have a very nice, vibrant orange to it, which can be quite difficult to use. But I think it's a pretty good building block. I might need to make a temporary shear, because sheer willpower is getting low. Maybe I should actually make a shulker box of shears. You know what I mean? Like, with all the tools that I'm making, it makes sense to have shears listed among the shulker box of tools, you know? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them all being netherite as well. So, netherite mining is something. I might just go, like, strip mining in the nether. Because that one would also help with gold collection, as well as netherite, because we'll stumble upon it every once in a while. And based on Pearl's video, she was able to get, I think, the 36 in about, like, 2 hours. So it's not, like, as quick, I think, as TNT. But it's still pretty efficient and pretty quick. It's better than beds. Better than beds. Almost everything is better than beds, honestly. But I feel like you have to netherite mine with beds every once in a while. It's one of those Minecraft experiences you have to experience, you know? Ooh. Because I honestly don't think sheer willpower power will last for very much longer. And I'd hate to see it go. Yeah, so I might need to make another shear. Shears will always be able to break the bushes, and it'll break it at Mach speed anyways. And that new pair of shears... Oh. I can... Wait, is this orange terracotta, or is this, Oh, this is orange terracotta. Ooh. I need orange terracotta, so I can see how deep the terracotta goes in the ground. I thought this was regular terracotta. That's regular terracotta. Very good, because I need orange terracotta equally, because I'm going to use that in the building. I might use pumpkin blocks themselves, but I also might not need to use the pumpkin blocks. The pumpkin might have too much texture, and I might want a more smoother pumpkin. I feel like pumpkins are actually relatively smooth in their texture. So I think I kind of want to emulate that in some way. But I'm not like 100% sure on what I have planned. I have like a general shape that I may or may not be able to do. I always have ideas for builds, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I can actually translate that idea to reality. Yeah, I'm going to put sheer willpower away, because I don't want to lose sheer willpower. So we'll chuck you away. Chuck you in there. Build that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to make... Oh, I'm grabbing everything but richides. I'm just going to literally make another pair of shears, and every time I need another pair of shears, I can just make one. Alright, let me go to this back area and dig all this out. Yeah, I will say the hardest thing about the video is trying to find all of the music. And I found actually a lot of outlets for royalty-free music. So basically, it's copyright-free, so I don't have to worry about copyright strikes or anything like that. So that's nice. And I found actually quite a lot of spots for that. So that makes life very, very convenient for me. The only issue is finding the exact right soundtrack that you want to use Dude, that intro was very difficult to find the right background music to play while I'm giving this explanation of how the series works. It was extremely hard to just find music that fit the theme. Because, like, I had music that sounded good and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, it's not the right theme to what I'm looking for. Scoured YouTube for a while just finding music. In the end, I did find stuff, so that was exciting. I did end up getting successful, hence the intro being edited. Yeah, all I have to do now is edit all the other clips, and then compile everything into the video and make sure everything still is, like, you know, there are any fine adjustments. Though most likely the actual, like, putting it all together is going to be the easier part. You know, we'll have to put less thinking into that. So that's nice. Ooh. Alright, well. Now we just dig. Digging sand, just digging sand until my shovel wears down. I don't know, I couldn't think of a rhyme that rhymed with sand and the amount of time. Never said quick rhyming was a strong suit. Yeah, a lot of the music I found was very much like cinematic for like movie trailers and all that stuff. And I was like, not exactly what I'm looking for here. So that was also really difficult. It was like all of this music is really good, but not what I'm in the market for. Because there is a good essence to having good music, you know? If you have bad music in it. Now, I don't need music for, like, the whole video. Just for, like, the intro and some other parts. There's one clip in particular that I want to have a specific sound go on it. That I know Fwip's used in his videos before. But I don't know if I can actually find it. You know? So that kind of stuff is relatively difficult to actually locate. So, yeah. The other nice thing is that YouTube isn't monetized currently, so it doesn't matter if I use copyrighted music, because, you know, there's no strikes or anything that can happen, because I'm not getting money for this. Or at least I don't think so. Because the demonetization is to prevent the strikes. I don't know how it works. But I wouldn't want to make a habit out of it anyways, and I'd prefer to use the royalty-free, because, well, it's royalty-free. So if I ever start making money... I don't know if you make money on past videos or on the current, but if you do, that'd be kind of cool. If it's cumulative. Yeah, because then I wonder how much money do content creators make off of like a one-hit, you know, a viral video kind of thing. One of their videos goes viral. I'm like, okay, well, you know, let's say that's what gets them into the market area that they need to be to start making money. I wonder how much money they actually make from that one video alone. You know, let's say it hits like 30 million views. Probably quite a lot for a decent amount of time. Yeah, because then the streams would also be monetized as well. The one thing I find very, very interesting is the fact that every once in a while on the Twitch side of things, is I'll notice that for some reason there's a part of the video that's muted because of copyrighted music that's in there. But I don't know what copyrighted music there could be, because it's Minecraft music that I'm playing while I play Minecraft. So there shouldn't technically be any kind of copyright at all. Like, sure, I'm playing the music via via Spotify to make it, you know, not have any breaks in between songs or anything like that. But still, man. So I don't know why that's happening. I think it's probably some of the more modern music that's not C418, because I think there's some weird like they were copyrighting their own music, you know, as they should, but then it was translating that, you know, even if you were playing the game, you couldn't actually use that music anymore, which I don't think was intentional, but just kind of happened, because instead of it being underneath the Minecraft copyright, it was underneath their copyright, which people don't have access to if they're playing the game alone. So, bit sad, because that kind of throws you in for a loop, right? But, you know, make the best of it, right? It doesn't really bother me that much, because you know, if you get caught live, then it's more of an issue. But as I said, I'm playing Minecraft music, so there shouldn't be a worry. Just every once in a while, there's a song in there that's muted. Whoa, that was weird. My mouse froze for a second there. So, yeah. Another thing is, Iskall had mentioned that he was going to release Vault Hunters this upcoming Sunday. But, like, he's the only one, like, playtesting it and all of that right now. But I'm really liking a lot of what I'm seeing for the next version, for update 14. I really like a lot of the changes that he's making for it. It's making the early game a lot more manageable. Now, I will say that the speed of the game is going to still remain stable. The one thing is, he does have a multiplier on for his level, so that we can progress through it as quickly as possible, so that you can playtest it. So he's doing like this arcade mode. So there's also a lot of like the original grind of making the crystals and all of that being there is still existent. But I still like the fact that they made the change to that, where it starts off pretty small in terms of what you actually have to get when you're a certain level, which makes sense, because like you don't want to have to gather 10,000 carrots when you're, you know, only a level 5 vaulter, and you barely, you know, you don't have any mods or anything, so getting 10,000 carrots is quite a lot. And it was just kind of annoying, because it was like such a grind to just get into the vault. So he changed it so you pretty much almost always be able to. The most you'd have to do is go searching for the item, but it wouldn't be so bad. So like, I like that change. So that was one thing that brought me back, was when that changed. But then it was still like the actual, like, it took too long to get the mods to run and to work. Like, just getting to the mods was really tedious, and I was like, this is not very enjoyable for me, because it takes so long to just get there. But it was still, there's still like something about it. It's like one of the mod packs I'm able to play, because it's still relatively light in comparison to a lot of mod packs these days, you know? Like, it's pretty light, not a lot happens, and because most of it happens inside the vault, you know, you don't have to worry about the lag as much, so it was relatively lagless in a way. So that was nice. You know, being worry-free from that, because that's always the concern with modded. It's like, okay, well, what's gonna happen? You know, am I gonna even be able to play the games? Though I have noticed that I've slowly been getting a decrease in performance. Slowly but surely, and I think the computer's starting to get old, and so I'm starting to lose a lot of performance with it aging. So it's like the time to get a new computer would be around now. The only issue, I ain't got money. I don't have what it takes to make it. So that's like slightly concerning, because as I said, I want my next computer to be close to the final product, but it's possible it might actually be cheaper than I'm expecting it being, but cheaper is still in the thousands. And then I also have to think about things like college. So I have to make sure I have enough money to pay for that. That comes at priority. But if my computer starts lagging too much, I might not be able to stream, at least, anymore, because it just couldn't handle both. Or at least not stream to both platforms. Which would be a very big concern for me, because, like, Twitch is monetized, so I should stream on Twitch, priority, because I can actually make money there. The only issue is I think I get more viewership on YouTube, which doesn't help when you're not monetized, because then it's like, okay, well, you have the viewers, but now what? So it's slightly concerning. I could always go back and forth, too. That's always an option. Like, I could stream on, like, every other night. I do Twitch and then YouTube, Twitch then YouTube. That could always work. But I think I should be able to handle. Honestly, I think the streaming itself to multiple sources is more of an internet thing than it is going to be a computer issue. So I don't think it would really matter. I don't know. This is where I'm, like, really bad with computers. I don't know computers well enough to know what to do in situations where, you know, my performance is decreasing. Well, now what? I don't know if I remember how to put more RAM, but I could try doing that, adding more RAM to the Minecraft itself. That sometimes can work, because that'll help. So, like, I'm thinking with my future computer, one thing I'm definitely gonna want is a lot of storage. A lot of storage. I like the fact that I have all the storage, because I have a lot of games. Then again, a lot of the games that I have on my computer I never play, so I could probably uninstall a lot of them, actually, because I'm not playing them at all, and just keep the ones I do play. That'd actually be a really smart idea. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Because I've been thinking about doing that, but then every once in a while I'm like, but what if I want to play it again randomly? Like, I've been thinking about playing Fallout 4 again because of the film theories about Fallout, the show. I didn't end up liking the show. The issue is because I watch anime, I'm finding it much more difficult to watch long shows, because I'm so used to the 20-minute time frame that anime is, that I'm like, well, it's too long. You know, things are progressing way too slowly. You know, a lot happens in the 20 episodes. Though what's interesting is that with my favorite anime, that time I got reincarnated with a slime, a lot of, like, the past few episodes have been all literally talking in a meeting and a lot about, like, politics in their world. The only difference is that the politics in this world are much more interesting because they're medieval. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, what's going to happen with this nation? And if we continue doing this, how's that going to affect the nations around us? How can we do trade? I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of interesting to me. But not when you apply it to real life. Then it becomes uninteresting. But yeah, like, I tried to watch Fallout and I couldn't get through the first episode because I was just like, eh. Kind of uninteresting. I don't know, it just didn't captivate me. So, like, I find it difficult to watch modern TV now. It's like, I just want to watch anime and Hermitcraft. Bruh. That's it. That's all I need. Is Hermitcraft and anime. Alright, once we fill this up, I think that should be enough red sands, and we'll be turning a lot of it into red sandstone, because that'll be a lot more versatile when building, because it doesn't move. And smooth red sandstone will look pretty much have the same coloration as sand, the red sand itself, so, like, it needing to be red sand is not really a concern at the moment. Don't mind me, lads. I'm just digging sand right now. Y'all can keep going your way and doing your thing, and I'll keep doing my thing, okay? Sound good? Yeah. Walk to a cactus, please. it's a very interesting how the fact that I've watched so much anime has affected what I watch now. Because, like, things are too long. And, like, honestly, normal episodes were 40 minutes anyways. Like, that's a pretty standard episode time. Like, that's what most TV episodes are. And then some of them are, like, an hour long. Which is funny, because it's essentially a ton of movies that you're watching. It's like, okay, they're hour long. Watching that. There are some more interesting TV shows. Like, I kind of interested in the next Stranger Things. But at the same time, also not super, like, ecstatic about it. Like, I must watch this. Another one is Arcane. I want to see Season 2. But I'm a little worried with some of the direction they might take. And if they start going that direction, then I'm going to tap out. So I hope that doesn't happen. But there's it's like an 85%, probably more like 95% chance that that's going to happen, so a little bit of a concern. Only slight, though. We'll see how it affects. I might not care that much, depending on how much they do it. That's always the concern with modern TV these days. That's why I like my anime. Don't have to worry about it as much, though. It's been creeping in slowly but surely. Which is slightly concerning, because it's like, well, now, am I just going to, have to stop there? Because it might just keep creeping in, and there might not be much I can do. Just wait until I get to the film industry, and I get to make my own stuff. I got ideas. I got a TV show idea that I want to make. And I've decided it's going to be TV show. I wasn't sure if I want to do maybe movies or something. But now I'm deciding TV show's where it's at. Or that, or an anime itself. Animated. Could also be a valid option. Not sure. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. Just know that I have one. That's all that's important. Right? So that'll be something fun to make in the future, but probably cost quite a hefty amount. A lot of inspiration taken from things like Lord of the Rings, so that might give you somewhat of a concept as to kind of what I'm thinking about. It's going to be a very similar fantasy-esque world. Though I do intend to change. Well, I mean, it's not going to be the same thing, don't worry. A lot is going to be different. But I do intend to create a language for it. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to create a root language to then adapt an actual language from the root language like we have languages nowadays. It's one of the reasons I'm studying linguistics, is for the sole intent of making my own language to which I then use. Though I don't really have anything worked out for it right now. I did have some things, but I've kind of gone back on them because I wasn't a big fan of what I was doing, what it looked like. The hard part about doing anything with world building is like coming up with the wording and then the way things are called and all that, making sure that it sounds cool and not stupid. Then again, it probably wouldn't matter how dumb or cool it sounds, because most likely people would still be interested in it. Okay. That's pretty good on that front. that's enough of this to tickle my fancy. Oops, nope, that doesn't go in there. Now, I need beacons. Where's a good spot? Okay, so I pretty much dug out this whole section here. So I think right next to this mound would be a great... Don't know why I did it that way, but you know. I only have one extra beacon, so... Probably gonna leave it in the area. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What time is it? Ooh, 42. Okay, we're getting close to the Coke. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I always look forward to when the Coke comes on, mainly because I really like Coke, but also because it's a nice rejuvenating factor. I feel like it helps me stream longer. Gives me the extra juice that I need. Okay. We can plonk that there. Grab out 4 shulker boxes. Grab out our pickaxes. Well, we could just use this one. Yurt. And start collecting our orange terracotta. Yay. Orange terracotta time. Look at that. Beautiful pumpkin coloration, I say. Okay, it does not go all the way in on these areas. That's okay. Doesn't really matter how particular I am about this, but, you know. Alright, well, now we dig. At least this is satisfying, you know? This is kind of chill to do. I did add on Twitch the tag for like viewer integration. Or like viewers interact, I think. Try to encourage the channel point redemptions and that kind of stuff. Because I do have quite a lot of stuff that you can do in the world. But not enough people using them. Makes me a little bit sad sometimes. I mean, it's not like they take a lot of effort to make, but I'm the kind of guy who has really cool ideas and big ideas, and so it's like I always have this ambition of what's going to happen, and then when it's not happening, I'm just like, Just a little disappointing. My left hand's actually starting to, like, fall asleep right now. They're still there? Bro. Get a life, guys. And so that YouTube video I keep talking about, definitely hitting the spot for what it looks like. It looks great. Very happy with where it is right now, and it's just in the beginning phase. It's like I can't wait until it's done and to see. Now, the only issue is it's also very viewer focused, but as I said, I get a lot more viewership on YouTube than I do on Twitch. So maybe something will really come out of this. I don't know. It's actually a YouTube series that I'm sticking with, you know? The other two were thoughts, and then they didn't really go anywhere. It's funny, because now I feel kind of okay doing just a regular Let's Play now. Like, I have a cool idea for what I can do with the starting area. So, like, I'm already off to a good start in that retrospect. Because that's the only issue, is if it's, since it's so heavily YouTuber integrated. I think I said, if episode 5, I don't get any of the interaction that I'm looking for, then the series will have to die, because it's very interactive. Actually, you know what, maybe if it's going well enough, like, in terms of how creative I am for the world itself, maybe I'll actually leave it and just have it kind of be like a Let's Play survival world instead. That could always be a good thing. That doesn't matter which one, they're all empty. So, like, that's always a thought. Is if it doesn't end up working out like the series I want it to be, I could always just turn it into a Let's Play. Which wasn't exactly what I was looking for, seeing as I already have this world going. But I really haven't been playing in my personal world, and I'm kind of like, I've hit another drought with it. I had really cool ideas, and then I kind of fell off in terms of the ideas for it. I'm like, I don't know what to do for this series, for this world anymore. It's not a YouTube or anything series. It is never to be played on camera. I can't say that it won't be shown on camera, because it's actually in the intro. I needed it for, I mentioned mega builds, and I needed B-roll with the mega build, and, well, I didn't have access to any. You know, I did have the Hermitcraft world, but I didn't actually want to use somebody else's work, you know? So I decided I'd just go into that world, because I do have a pretty big mine. So I said, well, why don't I just use that as the B-roll? I mean, I'm not exactly breaking the rule that it shouldn't be YouTubed. It was mainly, I shouldn't play it on stream or make YouTube videos out of it, because that's not its intention. It's meant to be the personal world. It's meant to be the world I play in for fun, kind of thing. I mean, this is fun. It's not like I'm doing this not for fun. But obviously this requires a lot more. So, I wish I had things like channel points and that on YouTube, because that would be great. Then it could be interactable on both sides, but I don't want it to be free on YouTube, because then there'll be no reason to use it on Twitch, right? So I need to figure out a way to get people over to Twitch to just, for monetization, and, you know, the fact that you can do a lot more cool things there. Plus there's emotes. I got channel emotes, I got follower emotes, and there's some really cool subscriber emotes as well. I don't really like talking about the money, but at the same time, I'm able to make it, and I have some cool stuff because of it, and I'd like to see it used, you know? But that's okay. Going back to that frame rate thing, I normally get like 120 frames typically. Normal gameplay is 120, and now I'm like down to 80. Don't really know why. this area has already been loaded. And, like, even in my main area. Though my main area makes a little bit more sense because I have more things like chests and signs and all of that. I haven't even started the Wall of Fame. Well, I mean, technically I did. I have an area for it now. I actually have a proper area for the Wall of Fame. But, unfortunately, it's not doing too great. Also, very interesting thing is, like, I have 76 views on one of the live streams I've done, which is the 18-minute live stream where I was playing Phasmophobia at 1 o'clock alone with at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and then my dad ended up hurting himself, and then we needed to go to the hospital. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here and stream while I know my dad's in the hospital. So I ended up leaving with them, so it was only 18 minutes. You know, I got through one game before my dad barged in to tell me that they were going to the hospital. Not a serious injury at all, just, you know, but still. It was one of those situations I was just like, dang, bro. So yeah, we got that all fixed. But yeah, that one VOD has the most views on it. And then my Phasmophobia stream is my second most viewed stream. Not live viewers, but afterwards. I don't know if this is still in range or if it's just lingering. I don't want to go too far that way since I don't think the beacon will reach. There's always the question of, what is it that I'm not doing that I should be doing? Because, like, I've thought about it. Does a face cam actually add that much different to a live stream? Does it make it feel more personable? Because now you can actually see the person whom you're watching. Which, like, in YouTube content, you're just used to it being, like, the Minecraft character is the actual character that's actually doing everything. But then when it's live, you know, you're interacting, you're asking questions, and, you know, they're being answered live. So it's like, okay, well, now it feels more than. So does the fact that you see a person actually affect the mentality and the psychology behind it? But then I also know other streamers who don't have face cam, and they still do plenty well on it. They do have something in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, like the VTuber kind of thing. Some are just like little animated things, but I don't like the full VTuber stuff. I think they look dumb, and they're really distracting because of how unrealistic they are. So I'm not a big fan of the VTuber stuff. So I don't want to go down that route. And as I said, with, like, the face cam, I honestly wouldn't be opposed to it. The only issues that are true with that is, one, I don't have a camera on my computer, so I don't even have a webcam that I could use. And I don't have the money to afford an actual camera to be, like, a proper face cam camera. Two, when I get back to college, I don't know who's going to come through that door. And when you're on a guy's dorm, a lot of guys walk around shirtless on the dorm, or even in just their underwear, so not exactly something I want in the background of my stream, so I wouldn't really be able to do that then. It'd only be right now. So, kind of interesting. And I don't really know how much it would really affect the live stream, so I don't know what else I could be doing with that. Though I do think maybe switching up content could be valuable, because I think playing in the same world every single day, especially one that's not well built up, isn't super interesting. Because, like, it's always the same stuff, and if you're not famous already, then doing this monotonous stuff doesn't really work as a small creator. Because, you know, essentially I don't mean anything to anyone yet. When you're famous, it's like, okay, well now it's more like an idol kind of thing. Which I guess idols aren't actually good to have in the first place, speaking biblically. Idolatry is not good in any way. It's frowned upon very heavily. So I guess maybe I wouldn't want to be an idol. I'm not going to bother using that. If I end up repairing tools, I can always repair that. So it's kind of interesting to think about, well, what is it? Because, like, my Phasmophobia streams have been doing really well. And I think it's because Phasmophobia is a much larger hot topic at the moment. A lot of people are interested in Phasmo content because it's quite a fun game to watch, especially multiplayer. So I think that's definitely going to help the channel out a lot. But if only people are interested in Phasmo, then it's a little bit of a problem because, well, not quite big enough to play with people other than my sisters, and my sisters don't have all the time in the world like I do right now. Though I do have a job interview tomorrow to a different place. I already had one job interview, and then there hasn't been a follow-up. Though they did say there would be one, like a shadowing kind of thing. Then there's another one. I applied for Walmart, so I have an interview tomorrow with them. So we'll see if that goes anywhere. I think I'd much rather work at Walmart than Mission Barbecue's the other one. Because I've already worked in food service with McDonald's, so I don't really want to do food service again. I'd kind of like to at least do something a little bit different. I mean, I know Walmart's not super different, but it's retail more than it is, you know, fast food. Which is something I haven't done before, so it's like, give me a little bit different experience. Ultimately, I'd like to work for Liberty, because that would set me up in the future, which is very nice. But, you know, one of those things where it's like, well, we'll see what happens. It was very interesting because I heard nothing before that Phasmo stream with my sisters, and I was like, I hope I don't get anything until I do this stream, because I don't want to get something and then I can't do the stream anymore because something popped up, which almost happened. Almost happened. But it worked out in the end. I'm glad that that my sisters decided to join anyways. So that's pretty chill. Glad it worked out. There was talk of us playing on Friday. But if we do Friday, I'm not going to live stream it because I don't go live on Fridays. So just off of the principle of not live streaming on Fridays, I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, there was scratching of the record. And I thought there was a creeper. I'm glad that this is mostly made out of orange terracotta. Because this is making the collection process a whole lot simpler, and now we don't have to worry about dyes at all. Because we have all the terracotta that we need right here. We're very close to having all these shulker boxes. Once we get the next 4 done, that'll be it for the resource collecting, at least for a little while. And after we make the pumpkins, we might need more terracotta for, like, the leaves and the stems. Not the leaves, the stems. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to have the bigger pumpkins, actually, like, stem out of the ground. As much as I think I might just leave them just kind of sitting there. Almost like they've already been pruned off of the, their stem. Not sure yet. Same with the melons. The melons, now that I think about it, I don't know what I'm going to do for melon. I might use lime concrete for that. Because I think melons are a lot shinier. Oh, jeez. Melons are a lot shinier than they are, and other stuff. Like than the pumpkins. I feel like the pumpkins really do fit this color theme, and they're much duller in color. So I think that would work. Yeah, but I think if Vault Hunters 14 comes out, I think I might make a world in that. Okay, that's really weird. It feels really frame ratey, but yet it's not like bouncing all over the place. Very interesting. Yeah. We should be done very soon. Like we have about half of it to get, so I think once we get terracotta in our inventory or our hotbar, we'll know we have enough to fill up that last shulker box. Because I don't really need to go until I fill up the whole inventory. I don't think we're gonna make nearly enough to use all of these resources, but I do tend to over gather sometimes, which is actually unlike me. I normally try to under gather, but it's better than having to come back out here and get more because I ran out. I think 4 shulker boxes is just a good amount. I don't think there's anything else I need to gather while I'm out here either. I have the red sand in this. Don't need any regular sands for anything. Not at the moment, anyways. I don't think I have enough gunpowder to make more TNT to go TNT mining. So you can do just regular netherite mining for our tools. So we need 54 netherite ingots in order to do all of our tools and all the toolboxes. Which is quite a lot. I don't know why I checked on my inventory. I put a system in place so I didn't have to. Yeah. When it comes to who I'm raiding tonight, I kind of want to raid somebody different. I've been raiding Paris a lot because she's the only one that's alive at the time. So I might need to scour once again to find fresh meat for raiding. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have used that quote. Lord of the Rings quotes. That should probably be good, honestly. Yeah, and as I said, I'm going to leave this beacon here because I don't think there's any reason to move it. Perfect. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Cool. We'll just leave this here. If we need another one of these, we can just grab some skulls from the place. Not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. Only an hour. And we've already gotten all the resources. Though I don't actually know if I'm going to build any pumpkins today. I'm still very scared to build the pumpkins because I don't want them to look bad. Which they probably will. And then once we get back home, I'm planning on grabbing the Coke. Oh, I just smacked my mic while trying not to smack my mic. Nice slow and steady glide towards our destination. I don't really know what else other content to really do on the stream because I only want to do like Switch games when I'm doing AFK sessions, which maybe I should do another like AFK stream for that. Though I don't think I could play Breath of the Wild or even Smash Bros for the amount of time for like 4 hours like I can play Minecraft for. So there's also a slight concern when it comes to like doing an AFK stream. I don't think I could do it for 4 hours. You know what I mean? Smash Bros is fun, okay? But like, can only play it for such a long time, you know? One of them things that, you know, I don't know how that's gonna work. And I'm back. Yeah, because that means I'm going to also need a shulker box for lodestones. A load box. To get rid of systems like this. Not a huge fan of the carpet system. And I just think it looks very temporary. I think I want to do a couple more of these sorts of things. Look at that, our wheat's fully grown. I think one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these shulker boxes down in that area. Because that's where I'm going to use all of this resource. The dead bushes, not so much. Red sand, red sand, red sand, and then what's just the other? Right. All of our orange terracotta and all of our red sand. I want to move the ones that have a little bit less in them. All this red sand does have to turn into smooth red sandstone. So you know what? We're going to delay the pumpkin patch even further. Yeah, because I need to make a super smelter at some point so I could smelt all this red sand down. Well, I guess we gotta wait. I don't want to build it yet. I don't want to build it yet. I might do the potato patch and then start planning out pathways. More path. And then I want to add more shrubberies around. Don't know why I'm going upstairs. Okay. It's coat time. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Time to crack this thing. That was a good one. That was a freaking good one. I might clip that later. You know what? I think it would be hilarious to have a bunch of bit donations that actually make that sound. Or even channel point redemptions as well. Maybe I'll do both. So like for people who want to do the bits, they can do that. If they want to support the channel. But then there's also the same option for the other stuff. Maybe I'll do that actually for all the bit donations that I have. Is also make them channel point redemptions. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's nighttime. I forgot about that. Yep. Oh, you know what we could also work on? Is maybe a room down in the basement. We could do some of that. Okay. Right. So, I think I like the idea Oh, you know what? I need to empty out this shulker box. I think I like the idea of making the potato patch over there. This is going to be really helpful in the future. Where do I put all those dead bushes? I didn't think that far. Throw that in there. Good, grab that, grab that. Dead bushes. I have a nice amount of those, though. That's kind of nice. Let me fill this back up, because I'm not going to use those shulker boxes that are out there for a while. Oh, I'm down to 4 shulker boxes. Dang, that's bad. Dead bushes right in there. Seems like a really good spot. Or actually, never mind, I lied. Let's move everything down by 1, since we have the most dead bushes. Perfect. Look at that. That's beautiful. In terms of potatoes, I only have 15 of them. It's not very good. Not very many either. I do need my buckets, though. Give me some buckets. We're gonna plant field potatoes. So I need... First things first is getting the buckets and the tilling down. I forgot to get water in the buckets. Don't worry about the accent change. It's fine. Happens naturally. If you ever want to change the accent, you can always redeem channel point redemption for that. There's a slew of accents that I can do. You know what? I don't know if I've already spoken about this before on stream, but I'll do it again anyways. I want to have characters associated with the individual accents themselves. So that way, when you change the accent, you're actually switching what character I'm playing. Almost like it's a role. I think that would be pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that would be pretty cool. Is there a wandering trader? Did he spawn inside here? Okay, fill this all up. I could have sworn I heard the harm from a wandering trader. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The nice thing about having all these water buckets is I could do this a lot more. Cool, okay. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we'll get rid of all of this. We have to get rid of all the grass in here. Quite annoying, too. And then, of course, once we get all the water and all that tilled, we have to put all the rocks in the middle. And we have to rough up the edges as well to accommodate. Which I like doing the roughing of the edges after I put the water in, because I first do the mossy stuff. Which I guess I could do the stone and the andesite and then put the moss in when I get the stuff, but that would remove stone and andesite. I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but preferable to put moss in first, because I like doing like the sections, kind of. It's going to be a lot easier in the long run if I remove all of the grass that's here first before I start tilling any soil. Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, we'll put a bunch of potato farms back here. Or I think I said 3 large potato farms. I think that'll do the trick very nicely. Okay, let me see what's next. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm actually gonna go 3. Because I think if I went 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because of the curve, the angle of this, I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit. I wanted to switch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be one of those weird pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really weird pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not the end of the world, though. 3, 4. Okay. You know, you think 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you'd think with the amount of soda that I drink, the amount of Coke that I drink, you'd expect me to be gaining weight rapidly. Except I'm actually losing weight. Mostly. It's weird. I keep going down. Every time I weigh myself after I rock climb, I've gone down. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very interesting. Because it feels like I shouldn't be going down, especially with my eating habits. But it's not like I don't eat a lot of food. I don't really enjoy eating food at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like one of those things. I don't like eating. I don't really like it at all. It's a chore of life. I have to do it to survive. And I wish I didn't have to eat. I would absolutely, you know those like would you rathers, take a pill and not have to eat or not have to sleep. Probably take the not have to eat. You know what I mean? I can deal with sleeping. I don't mind it. But eating, I'd get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't enjoy it at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like drinking things like Coke, but I don't like eating. Which, I mean, I guess I could do disgusting... 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do disgusting smoothies. 1, 2, 3, 4. That have, like, all the nutrients in them that you could possibly ever want. And do that. And then it's like, okay, well, now I don't have to eat because I'm getting all the nutrients anyways. But that's not what I mean. And I wouldn't consider drinking to be, like, a part of the eating clause. Like, specifically eating. And that. Whereas drinking would not. So I'd still need to drink water in order to survive, but I wouldn't need to eat. Or I'd, like, take some kind of pill or something, you know? It's interesting. I don't know if any of y'all have watched or read Tokyo Ghoul. Really good read, really bad watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The anime, the only good thing to come from Tokyo Ghoul, the anime, is, of course, the introduction Unravel. Beautiful song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recommend giving it a listen, and, like, I think you should still watch Tokyo Ghoul, and then read the manga after to, like, see what the differences are, because you'll realize it's very different. It ends very differently from 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go right here. It ends very differently than how the other one starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. How the manga ends. But either way, that's not the point of the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The point is, the ghouls, they need human flesh to survive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? They need human flesh to survive. But they only need to eat it every once in a while. Like, one small amount, like, I think like an ounce or something like that, is enough to boat them over for like a month. And I'm like, I wish we had that in real life. Not the ghouls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. But like the ability to, like, you know, eat something and then not have to worry about eating for a while. I think that would be pretty cool. Next, not needing to eat would be, like, pretty good in my books. I know a lot of people like eating. And yes, there's certain foods I do enjoy eating. But for the most part, if I could, I would just eliminate the need for it. If there's, like, one need. Here, let me do this back one, actually. Let me be smarter about it. Let me get the 4. Try to maximize the amount of space I'm actually using it. Alright, I am slowly starting to lose the accent. Okay, we're back to normal. Slowly started to fade. I could feel it, and I was like, I'm trying to hold on to it. It wasn't staying. It's kind of like a Scottish accent. a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of liked it. Kind of liked it. The thing with, like, you know how I mentioned being certain characters? The only issue with that is you'd have to remember what each character sounds like. And remember what voice goes along with that character. And then, of course, would the characters actually act differently than my normal self, like, or not? You know what I should probably do, actually? Maybe right here, well could actually make a little bit of sense. If I put a well right there. So we only have one right down here. And it would make sense to have a bunch of these wells. Like, we have the water mill, but, you need your wells. I think that could be kind of interesting. That could add something different to that area. It's like we have the bushes on this side and we have a well on this side. I think this makes sense to be shrubbery. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I watched a really cool video about, like, Andy Serkis and kind of how he changed a lot of acting with his performance of Smeagol. Oop. There you go. 2, 3, 4. Yep. And it was cool to, like, see, like, performance capture and all of that. And, of course, like, a lot of actors probably would have turned that down being Smeagol, because the only catch is that your face will never be seen. And I'm like, bro, sign me up. I would love to act regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, like, bringing a character like that to life is almost cooler, because you don't, it's all animated, which means it's all through the voice. So if you do it well enough, I mean, you have people like Andy Serkis. 1, 2, 3, 4. And originally, I forgot the guy's name. The guy who made, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Right here. 2, 3, 4. Peter Jackson, that's his name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who directed. Originally, they were just gonna do the voice of Smeagol, was Andy Serkis, but they weren't gonna do. They weren't actually gonna have him perform, but he did such a good job, especially with, like, facial expressions, that it, like, gave the animators. It gave the animators a reference to make the face, but he did all the performance capture. Because his body language, his body movement was really good. And of course now, a lot of the reason why you're probably like, Andy Serkis, you've seen him in a couple of things here and there, but you're like, I don't think he's been in that much. Okay, all the Planet of the Apes, he's Caesar. I don't know, I've never seen them. I want to actually watch them, but, like, he plays that. He was King Kong. And of course Gollum. Like, he's all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these faceless characters. All of these CGI characters is all the characters Andy Serkis plays. So it's like he has a career 1, 2, 3, 4 where you actually don't see his face. But the reason he plays a lot of these characters is because he has such a good facial expression kind of face. Like, he can really control the muscles in his face very well. 1, 2, 3, 4. That he just does it really well. And so, like, they do now they can actually capture, like, emotion capture. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's, like, really cool to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Uggeth. We almost had a perfect run there, but there's like this one singular line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Matter, but I don't want it to be lined up, so I'm going to intentionally put it off 1. Cool. Nice. That's what it is. This looks like a kidney. Or a very poorly drawn Australia. I like the... Ah, no, Horge! Alright. I got myself lost in this place. Alright, now it's time to do... Let's rough up the edges, and then build rocks, and then we can plant and harvest, and do that whole fandango again. Ow. I don't know how that hurt me. So somebody who wants to be an actor, very, very interested in that, and I would love to do performance capture type stuff and be CGI characters. I think that would be a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff, you know? So I think maybe a lot of people would be like, why would you want to do that? Like, no one will ever know it's you. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, plus the good thing about that is you can play any character now. You can't be typecast with your face or with the way you move to like this specific character. Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson is typecast in a lot of things. He plays the same character every single time. And I don't think he'll ever break out of that. And I don't know if he wants to, because it probably makes him a lot of money to be that character. And he's that iconic, muscular man who comes and saves the day kind of thing. Like that's the characters Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays. Right? And that's just always kind of what it'll be. Why do I have so much of this? But not enough of the other stuff. Probably get away with just doing this. Probably have enough of everything else. Maybe I need more slabs. I'm just messing with you. So, yeah. But, like, with Andy Serkis, he's not typecast because he plays a slew of different characters. Like, Gollum is very different than Caesar and some of the other characters he's played in other movies. So it's very interesting. To kind of see it in action, you know? That was weird. It's like I had a drift on that one. Okay, this is where things get kind of weird. Kind of fast. Okay. Oh, one thing I don't want to happen is that. It's hard to get typecast when your face can look very differently. It's fascinating to me. Like, Jim Carrey's another one where, like, he has incredible flexibility of his facial muscles. Like, he can move them in any way he seems fit to get all your Jim Carrey isms, right? Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. It's interesting because I remember being, when I was a kid, like always being interested in, like being a firefighter of some kind, right? I always wanted to be a firefighter kind of thing. But that was when I was a kid and probably didn't really understand a lot of what went into being a firefighter. But now, well, nothing. I have to in order to get it the same way. I had to. Okay, there was no choice. I didn't have a choice. Fine, we'll do that. We'll do that. How about that? But now I'm interested in entertainment and being in any form of entertainment, right? Very different, very different. I'm gonna need to get more moss. I forgot about the rocks. But, yeah, now I've stuck with entertainment. I originally was in acting, and then I decided, I should have acting as, like, acting as plan A, but we'll do video game design as plan B. And then I realized I don't actually like working with computers. I don't understand them. I'm not very good with them. They frustrate me. And I think coding is going to be a little too tedious for me to actually be enjoyable long term. So not exactly something that I should be, and there's a lot more negatives. The only thing that would ever keep me to video game design is dreams and aspirations of things I could do that I probably would not ever get around to. So it's kind of interesting how it went from that. And then of course the next thing was sorry, I'm thinking about the blocks that I need. You know, I probably don't need that much stone. Do I actually have any more of those? I do. Thought so. Alright, we'll do a little bit of that action, a little bit of that action, a little bit of that action, a little bit of that action. And I should probably make sure I have my bow in hand. Oh, I actually need that. I always like to have a weapon in hand instead of having them all offhand. There we go. Now we change, we make stone spots and andesite spots. Which I like putting andesite next to the moss. I think it looks better that way. Like, I think it flows a lot better. Do a little two-bit moss here. But then, like, looks like I have a lot more water sources than originally I thought. But I'm going to actually do an andesite here. I always like swapping out the walls, because there's no stone walls. And I like doing this little mix. In fact, I think that was a stair block. Do a little triple mix here. Do that. That's wonk, but I like it. I do focus a lot when it comes to this kind of texturing, I will say. I use a lot of brain power for this. This that was a weird spot. Apologies. Dang it. Just trying to walk in smooth like, and then I ended up trampling at it anyways. Nope, that doesn't go there. That goes there. So I do switch out a lot of the walls with other blocks. I don't know, is this for this, right? I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. That adds some nice design to this. Alright, how do the rocks go again? Okay, so rocks are, yeah, everything but stone. So mossy and andesite and a little bit of stone in them. But I think I actually just swapped to andesite and moss for the stones. And I think I'm just going to keep it as the moss in that. Which means, as I said, I need more moss. So I'm going to go collect some moss. I'm going to go to where I mine dirt and then just spread moss in that area. So I think that was probably going to be the easiest way to get all of the moss. That's much better. Alright, so I need 1 bit of moss. And bone meal. And of course, forge. Yeah. And we're at 430 days. Which means we're getting pretty close onto the next map. So I'm going to have to start thinking about where the next map is going to go. I should have a proper map room. Oh, right. I'm walking because I want to do this first. Bonk. Okay. Now we get to fly over there. There are pumpkins to my right. I could probably actually pick up some pumpkins from certain areas. And I could check in these villages to see if they have more potatoes. In fact, maybe I should have been growing the potatoes that I had right now. That could have been smart. That's okay. That'll be something we'll progressively do over time. Ta-da! The only issue is all the other stuff you get with this as well, so you don't just get moss. And then of course all the ores that don't go. But this should probably yield enough moss for us. So I'm not too worried about how much we're going to get from this. We should be chilling. after this. Yeah, all the ores that stick around is slightly annoying, but manageable. Soon I'll have a moss farm. See, the thing I struggle with the prairie lifestyle is the fact that there's not really a lot of basements, I feel. So it's kind of, I haven't done any basements for any of the houses, and I don't think I will. Only a couple have basements, and those are really the ones that I, like the most recent one, it's kind of the only way a basement would work, is if the basement's actually not in the ground, but on top of the ground. And then you only get to it from up there, but technically it's the first floor, and you enter on the second floor, more accurately than a basement. And because of that, there's like, I could technically put a moss farm inside of like a basement or something. That could work, but the only issue is I don't have a basement to put that in other than my own, which I already have, you know, I'm already doing stuff there. And it's not going to be farms in that area. I want it to be purely decorational, with the use of actually using those the workstations when I need them. So like every time I've been doing all of the stone cutting work, I actually want to go to one of those rooms to do that instead. Ooh, it's nighttime. Kind of my plan. Alright, now we dig it all away. Dude, this place is gonna be so destroyed after all this. So just collecting all the dirt from here, and though I won't need to collect dirt for quite some time, because I am not terraforming anytime soon. Though I do enjoy it, so it's not like it's something to dread, actually. Doing that kind of terraforming work is quite enjoyable. And as I said, I've gotten pretty decent at it, where I can now start making the grounds look as if it's actually Minecraft terrain, to a degree. But really, it's just something to build off of more than it is meant to be, like, nice looking terrain. Ooh, that is a cave and a hole and a half right there. Oh, there's still stuff I'm meaning to do on Twitch, actually. There's like, I have to clip some things to put to my, not the shorts, but my clips channel. But now that I think about it, maybe I should upload Minecraft shorts, but I don't know how. I know that sounds kind of silly, because, like, how? What do you mean, how? But it's not like in the upload button there's an option for shorts, so I'm actually not 100% aware how shorts work. Unless you upload the video and it's a certain length, and then you can actually make it short. Because then I could have all the clips of my channel be shorts, instead of having an entire channel dedicated to the clips. But then maybe the second channel could actually end up turning into, instead of a clips channel, but into just like a second YouTube channel. That could be something, actually. I don't know, maybe I can mess around with that. Because then that channel could just stick there for a little while. You know, I mean, it's not like it cost me any money to make that channel, so it's not like it's anything to worry about to just switch it over. It's an easy move. I think I have a total of 6 subscribers on that channel. That's okay. It's not necessarily meant to be the big one anyways. But I think if I did the shorts as clips, maybe I'd get, maybe those shorts would actually get pushed to other people when they're doom scrolling, you know? And then they'd see my channel. Dude, that could be something. That could be cool. I don't need the seeds, I just need the moss. And I'm thinking about it. I think with the inner city to the prairie, I think I want to actually move the villagers that are down below. Instead of having an area down below, is actually have them in their own location, right? Right. So I'm thinking, like, you know, the clerics are normally in the church, so maybe I'll put the cleric in, you know, I'll build a church for my clerics, which I don't have any right now. Actually, ironically, a church having a basement makes kind of a lot of sense. I don't know. I could build buildings for them, like the librarians. We have, like, a mini library for all the librarians. You know what? No, because one, moving, I don't think I'd have enough space in these, because all the buildings are quite small unless I made them big enough. I think I'm going to leave them underground, honestly. It's just easier. Maybe I'll move a couple that are, like, usable. But for the most part, I think I'd keep them all down there. You know, maybe in the upstairs part of the Wall of Fame, maybe that's where I'll also do the map room. I could do a 2-in-1. But then again, that means now there's another building that would need an interior that wouldn't have one because of that. So it'd also be worth doing that. I don't know. Something to think about. My knees too cramped up here. Not much I can do about that. I'll just collect everything. I'm thinking once I have a pretty decently large-sized world, that might start bringing people in as well. Because, I mean, that sometimes all it takes is, like, you know, people don't get recognized until their world is thousands of days old, and it's like, look at everything they've built, whereas starting off, it's like, eh. But then again, if you're here, you could always say, I was there at the beginning. I feel like probably a lot of the people who watch, like, you think of the big YouTubers that you watch, or the streamers, and it's like, okay, well, who was there at the beginning? Okay, perfect. I might need to do a tool repairing run, because my sheer willpower needs repairs. Yeah, that should be everything. Over here, now we can get all the moss for all of the rocks. That's pretty good. And we should have enough birch leaves for our needs. I'm both excited and worried about the Japanese themed area. Because, like, it's slightly concerning. If you build it wrong, well, it's gonna be hard. Like, I'm not experienced with Japanese style anything, so that's gonna be like the hardest part about it. Just trying to actually figure out what it's gonna look like. Right now, I don't know. You know, now that I think about it, I do want to have a pathway that goes through this area, right? And it's just gonna kind of pop out. But, like, I need that gate thing that they normally have in areas. And I think maybe I'd wrap it around and actually have this wrap to the back. Because I think right here is where I'd want to put it. Relatively central to this area. And then you'd have the rice farms on either side. I think that could be pretty cool looking. I don't actually need any of this in my inventory right now. I can drop it all off. We'll build the rocks and then we'll look at what we gotta work with here. Okay. Let's pull out all this. Okay. It's annoying that I have, like, one left over. Oh, well. That's fine. Let's grab, like, I think 6 stacks of mossy cobble. I'll need it eventually, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Oops. Okay, that's pretty nice. As I said, Satisfactory could always also be another option for something to do. I feel like I don't do a lot of Satisfactory content. I feel like I should bring it back. You know, do a little bit more with it. But the only issue that I have with that is the fact that Denard has a plan for a future series that involves Satisfactory. So I don't want to start working on Satisfactory related things, make another streamed world for Satisfactory. The big thing I think I run into the most is storing things and getting a good storage system set up. Because at some point, I end up having everything just kind of floating around and just there. And I'm not a big fan of how it works. Welcome in, AJ. How you doing? How you doing today? Yeah, just have the axe there. I'll just keep it like I normally keep it. Just building up some rocks in this area for let's do a small one right off the gate. And then we'll do a bigger one over here. I think a big one right in the middle here could be good. Not too big. Well, now we have to go big. Good. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Do a little guy back here. Do that. What you been up to today? Yeah, I think that looks good. Oh, the build's looking pretty cool. Well, I thank you very much. This is going to be our potato farm. So far, we've got wheat farms over here. This is going to be a giant pumpkin patch and a melon patch. And I'm separating all the farms from each other using buildings. And I think I'm actually going to do some custom trees back along this edge because it doesn't make sense to have buildings here because I have buildings here. So I think some trees will do nicely and then go down here. Yeah, what have you been up to? What's been the project of the day? If you got up to anything. I know it's summer, so it's easy to veg and do not much. I've had a couple of them kinds of days myself. So I think that works for that. I do like my pocket farms, you know? Putting stuff kind of in the background. You know what I mean? Like putting something in there. I always like doing that. I think it looks pretty cool. Honestly, for a lot of these guys, I think I'm just going to block it off. Maybe I'll do that for that one. I don't feel the need to do anything crazy with it. Let's do a low rock, you know? Oh, I'm just chilling. I got my PS4 Minecraft videos uploaded to my channel. Ooh, fun stuff. I'm actually in the process of making my own videos soon. So I'll actually be uploading something to YouTube for once. I haven't done it in a while because I ran out of content ideas. And then I was kind of in this weird glitched phase where I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. Alright, I think that's actually all the rocks. Oh, nope, I missed one. Minecraft Survival Bedrock. Cool. I haven't done Bedrock in a while. Let's do a square right here. Why not? We are in square building. Do a tall one right there. Yeah. Change it up a little bit. Oh no, oh no. Did I break a water source by accident? I did. Oh no. Quick, panic, 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 panic at the disco. Wait, we're not at a disco. Okay, we should be good. I accidentally put a block there. It was supposed to be a slab. I need to fill that up with water. Alright. Well, I mean, that's the farm itself done. Not much else to do. We can get our inventory fixed. Alright, I want to plant some potatoes and then start shrubbery and then keep trying to expand the potato farm. And once that one's done, we can actually make a... it'll be a lot easier to make more farms. Let's fill this up. I gotta put back away. You should do a survival series, like trying to attempt to get automatic farms on console. Well, I have a cool viewer interaction based series that's gonna be coming out probably in the next couple of days. I just finished editing the introduction and like first clip and all of that, got that all done, and now I need to edit all of the clips and then put them all together, do some stuff on Discord, and then that's it. Then it'll be uploaded. So yeah. Yeah, I'll probably actually end up building all farms anyways in this world and in that one. Because eventually I'll need it. This on console? No, this is Java. This is on a computer. I need potatoes. Patois. It's PC, yeah. Good old Java edition. Which is very exciting because 1.21 is coming out very soon. I can't remember. Is it this? No, it's next Thursday. I thought it was this Thursday for a second. Plant the potatoes, the patois. Perfect. The patois have been planted. And now, we wait for the patois. Okay. So, I do want to do some thinking. Should I put a well here? Should I put it here? This is a much larger area, so I could actually put the well right in this 4x4. Or I could put it here. Which one makes more sense? Honestly, I actually think right here is better for the well. Just because this is the much thicker area, whereas this seems much thinner. So I think I want to put it, and this is also on a double anyways, and this is on an even. So I'm going to do that. We're going to build a well. It's going to be great. And then we're going to pretty much do what we did down to the floor here. And I have to remember how to do the roof. Well, roofs, I tell you. Put one of those in there. Actually, you know what? I think I want to do 2 of them. And then I want to do a couple of those in the floor. 1 regular. Swap out a couple things for that. Maybe not that many. 2 there. And 3 of those there. Sorry, I don't mean to be random, but what inspired you to do Minecraft? I just really like the game. This is my favorite video game. So it just kind of felt natural to make videos and do content on this game. But I have done content on Satisfactory. That's actually one of the things I was just talking about, is bringing back some Satisfactory content, because I haven't done it in a little while. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I need coarse dirt and I think 1 piece of stone. Coarse dirt, 1 piece of stone. I also play Breath of the Wild and Smash Bros. Occasionally. I do this thing called an AFK stream, where I'm AFK in the game while live streaming a different piece of content. Did any special YouTuber inspire you, or did you just the flow of playing? Well, if it's a YouTuber that's tied back to it, it'd actually be Iskow. He was the first YouTuber I really enjoyed watching, and which is funny because I started watching Mumbo, and I only liked his Redstone content. I originally saw Hermitcraft and didn't care about it, and then eventually I decided to watch Hermitcraft when Mumbo was on his episode 100 something. I was like, you know what, maybe I should watch this. And then I saw that there's this dude named Iskow also on the server, so I decided to watch his playthrough of Hermitcraft. Fell in love with it, loved watching his other content like Foolcraft and all of that. Loved his YouTube style. And so that was really kind of the reason why I wanted to make content, make content and make my own YouTube videos or do my own. Streaming didn't come for a while, and actually Iskow was the first live streamer I also followed. Okay, so it is just like that. So he was also the first, that's how I got into Twitch as well, is because of Iskow. And then, once I got everything configured for Twitch live streams, that's kind of how that went down. Oh, I do need the utilities. Hold up. So yeah, a lot of my inspiration comes from Iskow, but now oh, give me a second. A lot of my like, inspiration behind how I'm going to do my YouTube series and how I'm going to edit it is derived from Fwhip and how he does his videos, because I really like his videography. But I've also been falling in love with the way B-Dubs does his YouTube videos. So that's also a huge thing. I think I'm gonna grab some regular dirt and match it around this area, and get some rooted dirt for where the water is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mumbo had some great redstone machines that he built. Yeah, a lot of his old... honestly, Mumbo's stayed pretty consistent in the way he makes content, and I actually quite like his little backgrounds that he makes for his videos. I actually kind of like that style. I mean, he just normally had a black background and did that, so it's just fancier now. I like the way it looks, but his content has stayed relatively static. You know, Iskall actually has changed the way he does content now. It's a lot different than it used to be, and I'm not as much of a fan of it that it is now, but I still really like watching Iskall. I think it's very entertaining. You know, I need to mix this in a little bit better, I think. This is kind of just off to the side, and it's almost not connected. And I'm not a huge fan of that. Also, I've not been a huge fan of the fact that this goes like that. Couldn't place dirt there before because of all the grass. But now things are different. You watch Green? Yes, I do. I also really enjoy Green content. The big three, in my opinion: Mumbo, Iskall, and Green. I almost always watch... I think I'll always watch their Hermitcraft playthrough. But then I like to mix it up. I actually have a spreadsheet for Hermitcraft videos that I watch to keep track of which ones I have seen and which ones I haven't, so I know what's new uploads and what's what stuff I haven't watched yet. I do quite enjoy Hermitcraft. Yeah, this is where things get a little bit more challenging, because I have to make sure I don't touch the grass with the dirt, because then it'll become grass, and that's not exactly the look I'm going after here. So I think with some rooted dirt actually adds a really nice kind of ridge between grass. I think it looks quite nice. Yeah, adding in this dirt really does add that little extra pop of color. And it makes the path feel more walked on. You know? And of course, like, anytime you do this kind of stuff, you're going to want to make sure you do it in clumps and not kind of dotting it around. Like, do big patches unless you run out of dirt. Then don't do big patches. Yeah, there we go. I'm completely out of regular dirt, but that's okay. But yeah, that'll... You never really looked into Hermitcraft? I'd recommend it if you like the server kind of thing. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, look at how that does that. And then, of course, I'm using the rooted dirt here to be like a treaded path. Hermitcraft is really epic. So I'd highly recommend watching and going into that. Unless you don't like server content, then probably not the best. Just because it's all derived from server content. Oh, that's right, there's a ravine. That's right, there's a ravine right down here. Yes. Oh, I did not bring enough rooted dirt out. A bit unfortunate. Yeah, what kind of block blend? What kind of blocks blend well? What do you mean, what kind of blocks? Like, which blocks look good together? I mean, you could always look at colorations. Like, for all of these, I use polished granite, regular granite, and bricks. Those all go together really nicely. As well as calcite and diorite. Those two blend together. Though what's really interesting is actually dirt looks really good with granite. So you could probably mix it in there without it, like, technically being dirt. Let me grab more rooted dirt. What's the point of Hermitcraft? It's just, it's like single-player survival, but on a server. So it's not multiplayer survival. So they just all play together and basically have fun together and make their normal content as if it's single-player, but then you get collabs more frequently. Boop. So if that's content you enjoy more, then probably be that. But if you're not really into the multiplayer aspect of Minecraft and you prefer single player, I think I'm gonna leave that bit there because I don't want to be doing too much. Like, actually right here, I think I'm gonna revert it back because eventually I'm gonna put a pathway right here, and then the rooted dirt won't make sense anymore. But I think up along this edge is probably good for, like, right there. I really like it around the grass that's already there. I think it adds a really nice edge to that. Ooh. I like that well. I like that well a lot. Ooh, I could put a lantern on that well and maybe get rid of a little bit of that air. Alright, I got the hiccups, so I gotta hold my breath for a little bit, so give me a little second, so I might not respond immediately. Okay, we should be good on hiccups. Alright, then I gotta go. It was nice talking to you. Thank you for the ideas. Keep it up with the content. Hey, no problem. I'm here every night at 7, except for Fridays and Sundays. Sundays I go live at 3. Exclamations. Is it, because of this? Mini HUD? Very good mod. Alright, I need to put lanterns in the farm itself. I forgot about that. And then, shrubberies is after that. Actually, no. I need to use the bathroom. That's after the lanterns. Good news, this center bit is now lit up. Bad news, I need to light up all of these now. So I can do that. Probably get rid of this. I can't put a thingy under there. That's a bit unfortunate. But can now... Okay, I still need a torch right there. Okay, put that up there. Alright, peace out, man. Have a good rest of your night. Or day, I guess. I don't know if it's nighttime for you. Yes, all these numbers are mini HUD. For anyone who's wondering. Very, very useful mod. Helps with lighting areas up. Not quite enough power on that. All good. And then, of course, I gotta make sure that everything, all of these guys are also lit up. We don't want something spawning on the rocks. That would not be good. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. That's good. That's good. There's enough lanterns on the farm. Okay. We still have some areas, like, honestly, right here in the middle. I don't even know what to do. How does that affect this? Not quite. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now it's all lit up. So I also play with the gamma settings. So my brightness, the world is always super bright for me. And kind of always will be. As intentional. Another thing is, in the shrubbery, I'll probably put a hidden light. Just because, in fact, this fiber block, we're going to do that. That'll help keep the light levels a bit up. Because when it's nighttime, those areas will be a lot darker than others. It's like another one is like right back here. We'll do another hidden light. That'll keep these areas a little bit more lit. And then we don't have to worry about it as much. Yeah. Little secret hiding, and then we can put carpet over top of it to help that blend a little bit better. Moss carpet, not regular carpet, because the moss carpet will look more like actual plant life. Okay, birch leaves. Acacia leaves. That's kind of weird. Grass, ferns, and no bone meal, but I can grab bone meal. Yeah, so basically everything we did right here, we're going to do in those other areas. So just put a mix of birch and oak leaves. I guess I have oak leaves. What? So we're going to do this to help cover up. Now this moss is very vibrant. Not limiting the lushness to only there. We can actually pull it onto the ground a little bit, just to help it line up a little bit better and work a little bit better. Just trying to go up. Look at that. Oh, yeah, Bob. of course, when we have, I think I'm going to also put some trees back here. Oh yeah, I did already mention that with the forest. So that'll help a lot. And then, of course, all of these torches that are out here will hide underneath the ground. We'll switch it over to a lantern so we get rid of the particle effects. But then we'll put prairie-style trees in those areas. I need to build here. Ah. Burn. I don't take much knockback if you haven't noticed. Would you just die already, bro? There you go. Most useful thing you've done. Oh. Cool. Guess that'll do. Normally, I'm not really one for a lot of noise. Oh, you know what I'm missing from all these? I put bamboo in here as well to kind of add that extra bit of color. Let me grab bamboo and string. And I do have to do all of this as well down here. I just ran out of grass and ferns, but the ferns I can get again. I just need to... If you do a too tall fern and you chop it with shears, it'll drop. But right now, not gonna worry about any of that. Can throw all that away. We can put this up here. Combine it with the rest of the spoils of war. Throw those in there. Oh, I had a pickaxe in here the whole time. And I didn't turn it into anything. What am I looking for again? Oh, bamboo, and string. Okay. That'll add a little bit of a pop of color in there, a little more vibrance. Because right now I do think it's a little bit dull. Do a couple more tall ones back there. Oh, I need a little bit more of depth. That looks a lot better now. Just adds a little bit extra to the area. Quite like it. Quite like it. Now we have a little bit more to the area. I do need to go out and collect ferns and whatever the other stuff is called, grass itself. But I think I'm actually going to take a little bit of a trip out to the Ender, because I do need to repair some of my tools. Especially sheer willpower. And if I need some of the other stuff, I'm going to need that. So we head to the end. I think probably after that we'll end. We'll cut it a little bit shorter than I guess I've been going. Pick up tomorrow. I was planning on going live at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The only issue is I have an interview at 3, so I can't do that anymore. Guess that's okay. Pop. Because my elytra is also a thing that is slowly going down in terms of durability. Okay. A couple things in there that need repair. It's like Horge, you... Nope, not the Fortunato. Horge, you do. You know, I'll just repair all the guys that need. Go ahead and collect. Sheer willpower will probably be done very soon. Alright, so just get these repaired and then we'll end. And tomorrow I'll probably work on more of that stuff. If I remember to practice some of the trees, I'm gonna want to do some tree designs for I do want to get some tree designs done. Because I don't necessarily want to build it blind, you know? I'd much rather... design some of them a little bit so I can figure it out a little bit better. This is a good XP farm. I might need to do another dirt mining session because I need dirt, man. Yeah, but I think getting a change of content in the streams, I think would be a good idea. Because right now I feel like it's kind of like the same old, same old. Then again, we are progressing this world very nicely. Oops. Oh. Oh, gotta make sure that the fortune and that go in the same spot. Okay. Throw all those in there. Once these get all full up, we'll just throw them back onto that. You know, maybe upgrading the flint and steel wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what? Yeah. Getting a mending and unbreaking on it, I think would actually be kind of funny. I just always like having those enchantments on this kind of stuff. Perfect. Everything all upgraded. Very nice. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Alright. That's where we have to pull out lodestone. Prairie home. And now we fly home. And then we'll end after that. Relatively short compared to the streams I've been doing. But I don't know really what else to do other than dilly-dally. Just do, you know, things. But I don't really have like a set plan. I resource gathered and I did a little bit of shrubberies here and there. I think I did the title justice for once. I actually did what it said I was gonna do. So yeah, I do need to get the shrubberies down here built. And then back there and back here and kind of all around here. I need to do all that shrubberyness. Ooh, that's a gap. Do all of that. Might be worth also to terraform back there. Not gonna lie. Like, fill that in, break that. Okay, you know what? You know what, guys? You know what? I know I said I was gonna end. I know I said I was gonna end, okay? Oh, and then of course we need to do that side. But I see areas that need help. Okay, that needs to be done. This needed to be done. Honestly, I don't mind the fact there's a small gap here. Oh, that. There we go. Perfect. Now I can end in peace. Alright. Let's go ahead and end. Let me pull up the verse of the stream verse of today. Ooh, we're in Ephesians. Such a good book. Whoops, I need to do the date first. My bad, G. 6, 3, 4. Ephesians 1:7. ESV. In him we have redemption through Forgiveness. Let me capitalize. Okay. And also it's comma. In him we have the redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of our trespasses according to the riches of his grace. The him in question is Jesus. So we have redemption through his blood because he died on the cross. So that way all of our sins may be forgiven as long as we believe and have faith and follow him. And yeah, we're forgiven of all of our trespasses according to the riches of his grace. I would assume actually the his in that sentence, this last one, would be referring to God, according to the riches of God's grace. Because in Jesus we have redemption through Jesus' blood, the forgiveness of our trespasses according to the riches of God's grace. So, because he died, we have redemption and forgiveness of our trespasses, which is really amazing. You know what I mean? All right. Let's go ahead and end. And we can cut the desktop. Don't need that anymore. Let's see who's live today. Ooh. Now, this is somebody whom I have not seen live before, but I am following, which means I must have done it in the past. Oop, I have to do raid first before I put their name. Raid. Yay, I can raid them. So it's going to be scooching on in with the good news. SDK live high. SDK live heart. SDK live raid. SDK live bang if you have a sub. Alright. Let's go ahead and raid on over.